Hi guys, we had about a foot of snowfall the other night and it has transformed the garden into this beautiful winter wonderland. So I thought let's have a stroll and walk through the garden. Okay, so let's start on this end, let's walk around that way and we'll see if I can get down those steps there. Look at this, and you see starting here, this is what I want to show you, how the snow settles on all the trees, and you'll see later on the maples, it is just so beautiful, the picture all this creates. So here we are at the steps. Just careful, it seems a cat was running around here, can you see that? Tempting to walk down. We do not have a cat ourselves, but there are neighbor cats that run around in our plot. Right, here we are. Okay, at those two maples here, look at that. This is so beautiful. I really love looking at that. So this is kind of a deep winter landscape, and we didn't actually have that much snow in a long time, and it is really nice to see that once again, because normally we get about maybe a couple of inches of snow during the winter several times and that's it. And yeah, the other night we just got so much snow at once, which is absolutely fantastic. So you can see here the bamboo. This one needs to be cleaned off. I haven't done that yet because there was actually too much snow initially to do it. And as I explained on the maintenance video from a couple of weeks ago, so I will be doing that later, cleaning that off so it can stand up again and doesn't squish this maple too much. And you also see here the clumping bamboo completely squished from the snow. But the snow this time, however, I must say, is not this heavy type of snow that I showed you in the last snow video. This is just normal snow, which is also really nice. So let's walk down this end. Look at this up here. This is a big old hawthorn that was already here in the garden. And look how beautiful that looks. And here, look at that, and especially on the maples, I find it looks so beautiful. Look here, this little dissectum Japanese maple. Look at this picture it creates. I really love that. And then here the larger maples there as well. So the snow is slowly starting to melt away. The temperature at the moment is about 0 degrees centigrade. That's about 32 degrees Fahrenheit. And during the nights at the moment we have between -6 and 7 degrees centigrade. That's about between 19 and 21 degrees Fahrenheit. So the snow, most of the snow stays actually. And the weather forecast is not changing for now, so it seems we're going to have this snow for quite a while. Let's keep walking this way. Look here, the fern leaf maple. How beautiful. And I'll walk around the maple and to the pond before I do. Look at this one, our big dissectum maple. Look at that beautiful picture. So I'll just check out the big pond as well. You see the black pine, the branches are hanging down from the snow. Oh, and the Portuguese laurel here as well, that may need a clean off too. And here we're at the pond. Look, it's all frozen. So that's normally winter for the pond to be frozen. relieve that branch right away. You see, so that snow is it's good for snowballs and snowmen as well, but it's by far not as heavy as the snow I spoke about in the other video. So this is just a normal snow really. So it's not too heavy on the branches. Maybe I can reach down up here. Oh, there we go. I'll continue later with that. Here, look at our other stone lantern here with the big white hat on. Look at this, and the moss sticking out underneath. Really beautiful. What I also love about this snow landscape, or when it's snowing in general, is that the sound is completely attenuated, so it makes everything completely silent and quiet, which is calming, I find. So it's really enjoying that. It's really beautiful. Now let's attempt the bridge again. Maybe if you've seen the snow maintenance video, you saw it was a bit difficult to get over the bridge. So let's try this again. This time from the other side. Here the pagoda look also covered in snow. There's a bit less because of the elderberry tree, so some snow is held back by the tree, but it's such a beautiful picture. And then I wanted to show you just things that happen when there's a lot of snow. So Adam made it too, great. This is a big branch back there that actually broke. And from this snow load, even though this snow is not really too heavy, but you see, look at the size of the branch. I need to drag that up later. And this one just broke off our big mature red pines, and that's the second one since we had the snowfall. I'm not quite sure why, because the branches are healthy and growing, and also the tree is healthy, but it seems maybe it was the angle at which the branch is growing and then the snow load, and then it made it snap. So it's a shame because it's a very big branch, but there's nothing we can do. This just happens when there is a lot of snow. So, but I'll be dragging it up later on. Now let's look at these branches from this is the other mature red pine. Look how beautiful the snow sits on there, and looking up. It is such a fantastic picture. Right, then let's keep walking. So here we have again, you see some of the rhododendron need cleaning off again. And I want to have a look to that maple over there. You can also see one of our big larches. Looks also so beautiful in the snow. I love the look of this maple here. It's one of our largest Japanese maples. And you see here the snow is not really heavy on the branches, it's just a little bit that is on there. So I'll just leave that as it is. Really love that. And then looking back here to all our mature spruces in the winter picture. Ooh, do you hear the pheasants in the background? They like to hang out in our plot. So it's really beautiful. It's like being in a forest somewhere in wild nature. So here you see I've been walking down here already. I was taking some pictures for Instagram the other day. Here in the background, this is our big laurel, you can see. And you see also from the snow how much squished it is. But normally it's okay for the big laurel. Then we have the bamboo lying down again in the background. And I think there's probably a pheasant. Ah, look! There runs. It's a female. Yeah, I think Adam got that on camera. So they really love being in our plot. And I said in the snow maintenance video that we had last year 7. And this year I saw 10 at once. They usually live somewhere down there in this area. They come up to where we feed them in winter. And then they like to sit like under the bamboo, I noticed, when it's bent over, which is always the case when there's fresh snowfall. And also underneath the big trees, they like to sit and just, I don't know, hang out. And then they leave again. They fly over the fence and are gone, and then they come back. So it's really beautiful, a few flying over there. But I did put some pheasant footage in the last week's video. If you want to check that out, I'll link that. And here, look at the bamboo. So for the amount of snow we had, it's actually not too squished. However, I will need to clean it up later on. What Adam and I did meanwhile actually is tie the bamboo onto strings. So we tied together in like bunches. Like this is one. This one here was tied together. You can see the string here. And then the other bunch of bamboo over there. And then these, we go around with the string, and then we tie the string to the cedar that is back there, because that sits quite well in the ground, and so the bamboo doesn't bend down too much. You see, it doesn't help the tips with the amount of snow we had, but if there's only little snow, it actually helps so the bamboo can stand up straight. Now let's walk that way, back towards the house. Change of plans, walking through the bamboo. So this is what the pheasants enjoy, sitting underneath the bamboo. I kind of understand that. It makes like a little tent almost. So now walking past here the cedar where all the bamboo is tied to, that's still in place, that's good. This is obviously only during the winter. You can see all the strings here we put to keep it more upright. So here is where we put all the food for the pheasants, like sunflower seeds and some like tomatoes and stuff we had left, just to check if they eat it, but it seems they do. And then here I wanted to show you, look, this is a corkscrew hazel. This is not really Japanese, but it was already here in the garden, and it's so big and beautiful. And look at this fantastic picture it has in winter with these curled branches and all the snow sitting on there. This is so beautiful. Right, and let's see down here, walking onto the pathway. So down here, because of the big oak trees we have in this area, there's always less snow than in the rest of the garden. So most of the snow sits on the trees. But you can see looking up there how much the branches of the big trees also bend down. Also the one like bending over the house, so that's okay. And look up here, how beautiful. Looking into the branches of this old oak tree. So these oaks are about 50 years old, we think, maybe 60. We're not sure if they were planted intentionally or they just grew from seed, but it's really beautiful to have that in your own garden. Now this is our pathway. Underneath here we have actually a lot of oak leaves, because before we got surprised by the first snow, the leaves were too wet because we had rain before then, so we couldn't clean them up. So this will be another big oak leaf cleanup job once the snow is gone, which I think, given the current temperatures, may take a little while. So let's have a look up here to the pond, how that looks. Love the snow on all the rocks everywhere. This is the pond at the entrance door. This is where we put the net over to prevent oak leaves from falling in. And you see how much the net actually bends through from the snow. You see here, there's plenty of oak leaves on there as well, but it's holding up. That's good. So this is the first year where we put this net in early autumn. But you can see here there's no point cleaning anything off at the moment. It's just too much snow. And here I'm actually not going to go further. There's another cat footprint because I really love looking at winter landscape without any footsteps. So that little bit I'll just leave to it. It's really beautiful. I love the snow hats on the stone lantern and on the big rocks as well. Really enjoying it. And I'm not sure how much you can hear that on camera, but it's so completely quiet in the background. It's really, really beautiful and calming. Anyway, this is the end of our snow garden tour, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank you all for your support, your wonderful feedback, and all the comments we received. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Also, we're going on a little break over Christmas and New Year, and I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Enjoy the time with your families and your time off, and we'll see you back in early January. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and see you soon. Bye!